What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel and welcome back for more Oddsparks. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on here that you guys didn't see me build? Okay, so this is related to the last little bit that I did in the previous episode. It's been a few days since I've recorded episodes. We were playing Ready or Not and, all that stuff. But anyway, this is, as you can see, you probably would recognize this. This is the train that's bringing fertilizer over here. Yeah. And the last time you guys were here, I had, I think, 4 greenhouses set up over in this general area. And I got to theorizing and making stuff, and one thing led to another, and I made all this off camera. Anyway, let's explain some of it here, shall we? I'm going to probably take all this apart, so you probably won't have to worry about that. So tell you what, let's just get rid of all this, because right now one of the problems I'm having with this little setup is it's not producing enough to really get things going. So let's just get rid of some of this random hubbubaloo here, and we'll get rid of this up to here. I think that should be fine. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. Right. First and foremost, let's just drop some of this stuff off. Okay. So, first and foremost, I need to set up a more robust facility for these cutters, for these things. Okay, so I'm going to want at least 5 was not enough, I don't think. So I think I'm going to want to make at least 8, but we could probably try and plan for 10, I think. So, okay, how do we want to do this? This little section of land isn't super great for this, but we could probably do it over here, I think. So let's see. I guess it doesn't really matter that much where I line all these things up, just so long as I've got a through put. Need to break some stuff here. Now then, okay, you guys can come back now. Now let's just set up with, oh, alright, that's 8. I don't know if 8's going to be enough. But we'll plan for 8, and we'll expand it if we absolutely have to. How about that? How's that for an idea? Okay, let's do something relatively simplistic here. Let's just go like this. Go like this. Crossing here. That'll be for collection. We'll bring it out that way. We'll have one of these set up. Let's say here. This can go... there for now. Okay, so then we need to get the input this way. So actually, let's take you and move you over slightly. Okay, we'll have the input go over this way, like that. That's going to bring those over, in which case we can also have something over this way as well. Yeah, that should be fine there. We'll go like that. We can have another crate here. And we'll go with another crate there. Now, as far as how this is going to drop off, we can do another crossing. And you can just go straight like that. Okay. Sure. Why not? Okay, and then once I get all these guys all set up, then I can start to explain how this is going to kind of work, I think. So you can go here, you can go here, you can go here. And we'll go. Let's go with 2 on this one. Yeah. Okay, now I want amount filters this way. I want you to be a stack of 10, I think. Oh, it's already starting to come through. Oh, great. You know what? I can hold off on that. I don't need to do that right now. We can set you up as a 0 and you as a 10. Same thing. Alright. Yeah. Okay. We'll set you up as a 10, just to kind of limit movement. Okay. Now we can get all these guys situated. Help if I put the right recipe in all these. Again, I'm not sure if this is going to be the necessary amount for what I've got going on here. We'll explain how all this works shortly. There we go. Okay, that's going to do whatever it's going to do. Right, okay, let's start explaining how all this is supposed to work, shall we? Alright, so, fertilizer comes in from this direction. It gets placed on one of 2 tracks, which is these outer tracks right here. It will then go up and deposit into these crates here. I've got 2 crates set up. One crate is going to be accepting fertilizer, which is the right-hand crate. You can see that on all of these here, like like so. I could probably explain this a little bit better if I just take this whole blueprint right here and just show you in a slightly different location. Just so it's a little bit less awkward to try and explain over there. Okay. So, let's go ahead and explain it this way. We've got our greenhouse set up. I've got a three-way path lined up this way with a blocker in the middle. That way enables a one-way path, or a one-tile path on either side, which, unless you touch that center blocker, the way it works is it can save your space on your pathing, thusly. That way you will have two carriers standing by, waiting to pick up from their respective crates. Okay, so the reason why I've got this capacity sensor in is, I can actually explain this now from the other side. So, the reason why I've got the capacity sensors in is whenever the chunks come through, or rather the pellets, whenever the pellets come through, they get fed through this center line, which is linked up to every single one of these greenhouses. And the way it works is the capacity sensor, when it detects there's at least one inside this drop-off, right here, this crate, it will then activate the one-way, but in the opposite direction. So that way, if there's at least one here, which that's the ether seeds delivered, by the way, got that set up. I took your guys' advice in the comments, but anyway. Right, so he will come over and collect a pellet. He will then deposit in this first area. If this is full, or if there's at least one in this crate, he will then bypass and go on to the next in the path, and so on and so forth. So, whenever this is running at max capacity, theoretically, this should always go to the next available, well, opening. It's going to be a while until this actually runs at max efficiency. But anyway, from there, these are all making the ether flowers. And so from there, they get picked up, they get dropped off in the plant extractors, which plant extractors make the clumps and the seeds. The clumps are then getting deposited into this crate, which will then get deposited into this crate, which, again, will get consolidated into this crate and then get taken, hopefully, down this way. Not too bad. Oh, I guess this should be 20 instead of 10. That was my bad. Sorry. Now he'll actually start coming down this way. Which I could set up the crates to make it a little bit quicker, I suppose. Well, shoot. I didn't mean for you to die. Right. There's a lot of traffic going on in this general area right now, so this is going to be a little bit of a frame drop area, I think. But I don't know. I kind of wanted to see if I could make a slightly complicated greenhouse setup, you know. So you're going to be set up this way for 20. There you go. That'll limit your movement slightly. Same thing. Set you up for 20. You can have 0 there. So, I don't know how quickly this is going to actually produce all of my necessary little amounts here, but I guess we'll see. Oh, I never... Oh no, I set you up for 10, not 20. My bad. There you go. Okay, now it'll start feeding back into the system. So the only problem with this setup is that these guys... They don't stop the collection of items. I guess I could technically make them stop. All I would have to do is just load up other materials into these crates to fill up the slots. which, I don't know, I mean, I could do that. I could do it with fertilizer. Because, well, no, that wouldn't work, because they would end up eventually grabbing the fertilizer from the crates. So yeah, no, it'll just have to wait until it fills up to a certain amount. So, okay, you can see that there's some on standby here. Now the one-way is activated, so this guy's going to bypass this. Bam, it's going to go up, and then he's going to deposit into the next slot, thusly. The main problem I was running into before is I just wasn't making enough pellets, so it was making it so that by the time it would drop off in this one was, well, available to pick up more, so we needed more output, pretty much is the thing. And we've got a pretty decent amount of output now, so theoretically this should supply more than just these three. At least that's the hope. I would prefer if every time this guy comes back here, he's picking up 20. That would be the hope. So you can see he's going to bypass this one. He's going to move over to the third one. And I doubt that we're going to be able to supply all 10 of these that I had planned. So we'll just have to see how that goes, I suppose. But yeah, this is how this works. And so yeah, you can see some clumps just got dropped off there. So you can see these ones are getting dropped off. So every single time this produces a flower, it then gets fed into plant extractor over here, which will then do that. And yeah, I guess I could explain this other little setup I have here with logic as well. I've got an OR gate set up for quantities on these two boxes, through these two crates. The capacity sensor is detecting when they go over a quantity of 5. It will then send an OR or a signal to the OR gate, which will then send a signal to a NOT gate, which is tied up to a one-way. So if quantities aren't detected in either one of these crates, then that means that this guy is stuck here and not wasting time traveling. You could set this up other ways, but I wanted to try it with logic in a way that I hadn't done it yet. So, yeah. Oh, I guess I don't need you to be doing this anymore, since we already have enough. In which case, I could take these out of here, and I guess we could, I don't know, put in a supply chest here? I don't know if we're ever going to need these guys supplied, but sure, I guess. Get rid of this. Here, let's just put this here, and we'll put a compressor, I don't know, here. How much do these... Oh, those are for 10, huh? It's not too bad. Yeah, it's not terrible. How many do we have? 1. Man, it's going to take forever for us to get up to 100 on the ether production. I think we're at like 80 or 90 something. Where are we at? Yeah, we're at 86% of 100, so we've produced 86 out of 100. It's going to be a while. I could set up better farms for that. You know, maybe that would be a fun video for you guys if I set up an effective way to farm ether residue. Not too bad. So yeah, you can see this guy has run out of what was in this little quantity here, so now this is available for picking up. So we've actually supplied up to 4 now, which I think that's kind of our limit for now. We've got 7 out of 8. Good thing I didn't put 10 down, I suppose. So yeah, this is going to be interesting to see as this picks up. Paradoxically, the more that we can supply to this, the more we're going to get chunks through, meaning the more pellets we'll be able to get through, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I don't know. I doubt this will ever be at max efficiency as far as what's been produced and whatnot. As it stands, we got enough fertilizer to last a while. We're not really burning through that very quickly, so that's nice. which means we could probably extend this off into different farms, different greenhouses for different things. So yeah, I mean, we could also change recipes and reintegrate and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll do more greenhouse stuff later. But yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Oh, I suppose I need to put all these ether seeds back, huh? Yeah, whatever. We'll do that over here. I mostly wanted to do that just to get the count, not necessarily to have it be the final place to deposit them. So let's drop these off, huh? Which will be over here. Now, I should actually do the same thing that I did before. You can tell that this was from way back before I actually started messing with item filters and quantity amounts and stuff like that. Because, yeah, these guys don't need to be constantly moving. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. There we go. Okay, so it's going to be you, right? Yes. Alright, so those will eventually get dropped off just fine. Then we need the leaf knots, which we should have plenty of those. And then some. You know, assuming that this thing has been running this entire time. Which it hasn't? Oh, it's full, that's why. Yeah, oh, yeah, I'll say it's full. All these probably have 200 in them. Great. Well, okie dokie then. Alright, let's go turn the leaf knots in. Do I have room over here? No. Of course not. You know what? Just gonna be lazy. There you go. Oh, it's been a long time, you know, waiting for this, this set of quests to get done, huh? And we're still kind of off on getting all that done. What do we need for this? I need to turn in one of these for the waypoints. Oh, an ether flower. I should get one of those. Yeah, I can get a leaf knot and an ether flower pretty easily, actually. Now, anyway. So let's go get a leaf knot while we're waiting for all that random stuff to get turned in. So how's everybody doing? There was a little bit of a delay on this episode, episode 51. Hope it wasn't too painful of a wait for all of you. I'm sure you're fine, though. You're all resilient. Smart cookies and whatnot. People still say that? Smart cookie? Anyway. Let's head on over to the copper. This ended up getting full, by the way, so I had to put in a couple barrels, which that's all filling up too. So we've got a lot of those set up for whenever we eventually get started on doing some of that stuff. Okay, I need a flower. 70. Look at that, we got 5 of them going now. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Come on. Nope. I want that. Give that to me. It's mine. You can't have it. Alright. Now you can go about your business. Okay. Okay, now we can turn in the quest for the mayor. I can turn in these two things. Fast travel up to level 6. Spark loadout 1. An additional spark loadout in the player's spark bar. Oh. You've unlocked spark loadouts. You can now have 2 spark loadouts while in aim mode. L2, you can quickly swap between your loadouts by pressing up on the D-pad. Okay. Interesting. So that's this way. Oh, okay. I like that. Let's get, I don't know, that? Sure, why not? Nice. Oh, that's just empty now, considering. Okay, cool. Right. Let's, talk to the chief here. The mayor, rather. Since the woodsman was so interested in growing these special plants, I decided to help him out and give him a dedicated area for it. It's quite a large area, but we can always have more plants. Oh, that's nice. Finish construction at the research garden. It's over here. Very nice. Interesting. So, what the hell is this? Okay. I don't know what all this is. But sure. Now we get to talk to everybody. Tell me, what are your thoughts on the plants in the volcanic cave and the glacial plateau? They're so resilient, adapted to survive to the harsh and unusual conditions. Thinking of trying to grow some. I think we have a lot to learn from them. Fire shroom colony, stellar cactus, ice, leaves, stuff, stellar fertilizer. What? Okay. Glow shroom and stellar ice. I think I've got that. I'm a firm believer that if you take the time to understand nature, you'll come to better understand yourself. I believe you. I so believe you. Alright. So we've heard you visited the volcanic cave. It's pretty hot in there. But there are some real cool things too. Like geodes. Sis loves geodes. I love geodes. Everyone loves geodes. Super shiny stone surprise. And there are so many different types. Cracked geodes, shiny geodes, and my favorite, bumpy geodes. Well, what do you think of this amazing pitch? You're going to help us build a geode-breaking machine, right? Yeah, totally. Copper ingots and Krangolin scales. I don't have any of the scales. Oh, so geodes give you random items. I guess probably different types of items depending on which one you break. Cool. Yes! I mean, of course you are. Who wouldn't be? As we've already established, everyone loves geodes. Alright, let's talk to everybody else. We've been crafting up a storm. Take a look at our new decorations. What do we have? Hey, the gazebo! The gazebo makes noise, apparently. It's got a bell. That's pretty cool. Okay, what do we have? Necklace. Okay, is that it? Tuba! I like tubas. Okay, scientist. Ah, here's our intrepid explorer. I've heard you've been exploring places with quite extreme climates. Quite sure those temperature changes are taking a toll on the machinery. They might be running suboptimally, or potentially not running at all. I'd like to alleviate this issue. I believe we can create something to help you manage those temperatures, if you can bring me some materials. Heater and a cooler. Fire shroom cluster and stellar leaves. Okay. Really makes you think how lucky we are to live in such a mild and temperate climate. It's true. This place is pretty special. Let's go talk to the researcher, and then we'll finish up probably the episode by talking with the mayor again. Been trying to piece together my burnt and frozen notebooks, and wouldn't you know it, there are sparks out there too. Ether crystals are part of a puzzle. It's mostly gibberish, but now that we've figured out that they're an actual real thing, well, there's nothing stopping us now. Well, you know, except for the lack of materials. That's currently stopping us. Can't do much without the materials. Okay. Need a drilly spark, handy spark, slashy spark, 200 slashy sparks, 20 ether crystals, and 100 drill bits. And that's for the spark workshop. Okay, cool. That's not a problem. And sleep! Can't do anything without a good night's rest. Oh boy. I'm right there with you, Divine Researcher. Oh, and food. That's very important too. And water, well, you know what I mean. It's true. Let's see. I've at least got that for you. I would like to get his quest done pretty quickly, though. Oh, yeah. I need to turn in all those ether seeds that we have, and then we can do other stuff. Okay. Yeah, we'll pin both of those quests for you. I've already got the drill bits, as we established. I don't have the ether crystals yet, but eventually. Why can't I? Oh, it's because I probably have 2 quests available for him, so he's only gonna do one at a time, I would wager. Well, okay. As far as the slashy sparks are concerned, I don't think I have 200 of them, but I've got a good chunk of them. I know that. All right. It's so nice to see the woodsman so excited about all this plant growing. He's always been quite happy with his work, but I know you really sparked a new joy in him. How about we make something even bigger and better for him? Okay. Geode cluster, refined ether, stellar fertilizer. That is going to be a while. Life doesn't just stop because you're old. You have to find what excites you. It's true. Very true. So we're on tier 8. I think there's 10 tiers to the game, so we're getting there. We are certainly getting there. But, yeah. I think that's pretty much going to do it as far as the episode is concerned. I guess we could go grab the ether seeds real quick. Just to, get that out of the way. I know we've already got those, so that's not a problem. I could grab the drill bits while I'm here, too. I probably have enough room for that. How are you doing? Oh, look at that. We've got all 8 machines up and running. That's very nice. Still only got 5 of you guys going, but it's slowly but surely doing something. Here, let's just grab these. Okay, that's 112 I've got now. More than enough. There we go. There's 100 of those. Let's grab the drill bits too. copper's still looking okay. It's looking mostly fine. Okay. I can feel my game starting to slow down again. Okay, there's those. Alright. So yeah. Look at these. When did we drop the seed in the solution? Or when we drop the seed in the solution, it grows into these beautiful geometric crystals. I've also been trying to work with other plants and found something quite interesting with the leaf knots. Must mean we're getting close. Maybe the ether tree is actually something we can grow. Need to do some more research. You have fun with those crystals. Sure. So that gets us the ether seed crystallization, ether pellet fusion, ether clump fusion. Okay. So we could theoretically turn leaf knots into our pellets and use those to fund our other machines, but I don't think we really need to worry about that just yet. But, hey, not bad. I think that's going to do it for this episode, though. If you guys liked it, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth. I will see you all in the next one. Yet again, thank you for all the support on the series and whatnot. You know, I always appreciate the comments, so keep those coming. But, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.